Hi everyone, my name is Aman. Today we're going to learn how to do some basic animations using the Blender software. So this is a character file which I just downloaded from the net. It's called rain_rig.blend. And this is a pre-made character, and all I'm going to do is apply some animations to it by setting some keyframes. I'm going to show you what I'm about to do. So first I'm going to go into the X viewpoint. Now I'm just going to select this foot first and then go into the X viewpoint and then press G, move it slightly forward like that, and then press R to rotate the foot. And similarly, the other one. And press G again to move it back like that. Now I'm going to go, oh, and also one thing, you have to click on this editor type and then go into the timeline and enable this auto keyframe insertion for objects. That way, whenever you change anything, a keyframe is adjusted for it and you don't have to apply it manually. Really saves a lot of time. So even if I press G, don't move this foot and just press my left mouse button, it's going to insert a frame now. Similarly for the other foot, that way. Now I'm going to go into the minus y-axis point. G to move the hands a little bit. Now minus X. Since the left leg is forward, I'm gonna put the right hand forward. Also rotate the hand accordingly. This hand is gonna go back like that. Just like that. So this will be the starting position of the walking cycle of our character. Now this whole position is set into the keyframe because I enable the auto keyframe insertion. What I am going to do is make an animation which is going to be 32 frames long. So what I will do is I'll press A, select everything, Control plus C to copy. Then I'm going to go to frame number 32 and I will paste it by pressing Control plus V. The pose is pasted. If I press A and select every object, you can see the 2 frames are inverted at frame number 0 and frame number 32. What else I'm going to do is I'm going to go to frame 16 and then I will press Control plus Shift plus V. This will paste the pose but inverted, and it's also going to be saved. So now if I run the animation, it's slightly going to resemble the walking cycle of our character. Also, the end frame is 250th, which I am going to decrease now to 32. So now only a 32 frame cycle would be running for our animation. Some more changes can be done to this. If I go to frame 8, this is the position our character is at that time, is on at that time. So I'm going to press the foot, select it, then press R to rotate it slightly. Similarly, the other one. Slightly. Also, the hand. I'm just going to put it a little back, and the other hand just a little forward. Rotate accordingly. This exact thing I'm going to select everything, Control plus C to copy. And then I'm going to go on frame number 24 and paste everything, but reversed, Controls plus Shift plus V. So now if I go back and play the animation again, it got a little bit tweaked. Another thing which I can do is go on frame 8, and while this leg is going down, I can select the waist and press G to sort of elongate the body as if she's pushing upwards while walking. And Control plus C to A, and then Control plus C to copy everything, go on 24. Repeat the whole process again, and Control plus Shift plus V to paste the whole pose but invert it. If I play the animation again, it gets tweaked a little more. One more thing which I can do is go on frame number 4 when the feet are very wide apart. And then I'm going to select the feet and press Alt plus R to flatten them out. Then I will press A. Oh, and also one thing also, I am going to bring the waist slightly downwards. Like that. And this will make the walking a little more natural. And then I'm going to press A, select everything, Control plus C. Then I'm going to go on frame number 20. I'll press Control plus Shift plus V. It's going to paste everything but inverted. So if I play the animation again, it's going to look like that. I also had another file which I had prepared beforehand. It is slightly more tweaked, a little more natural looking. I'm going to discard this file and open that one by the name of Walking Cycle. This one looks slightly more natural. I'm really sorry about the frames per second being really low. It's just a limitation of my laptop. The walking is much more smooth in this, much more natural. Also, one other thing which people can do often is use a whole another tab. And in this one, you can click on the editor type and go on Graph Editor. Now what Graph Editor does is that it allows you to work on several keyframes at the same time. I am clicking on Graph Editor, but it's not opening. Anyway, what Graph Editor really does is it shows you the movement of one object throughout all the frames on a graph. So you can select either of the objects and move them according to your needs, adjust the speed of their movements. All the objects move in a linear fashion. So what you can do is if you slightly curve the graph in the middle portion of the animation, your animation is going to be much smoother. Okay, I really hope you learn something from this and can make the walking cycle for an animation, an animated character. Thank you.